Collective, welcome to a random collective general reading, okay? Think of it as automatic writing. Think of it as whenever you choose a tarot reading and they just say whatever in the moment. Just pretty much that, okay? Um, Welcome. Please take what resonates, alright? Um, First things first, channel messages. We're gonna start with that, okay? Some of you guys could be Swedish and some of you guys are not, okay? What I channel was somebody's very shallow. Somebody's always focusing on the shallow things, shallow outlook. They don't have any depth to them. I quote, eatly. Somebody only cares what's on the outside. They don't give a fuck about what's on the inside. And I feel like if you're a feminine here, you're pretty annoyed by this. They're upset about shallow people, shallow behaviors, and no depth. Like they're not coming with anything. As an example, you're in a friend group, they're talking about buying concert tickets, and you hear want to talk about something bigger. I don't know. Maybe you want to talk about something more serious than buying tickets to a concert. Okay, somebody is very shallow minded, and I think some of you guys are like upset about this. Like every time you meet these people, I do feel like it's a group of people. For some of you guys, it's a lover. They're very shallow. Every time you go and deal with that lover, all they care about is, you know, if they look good or if they should get this to look better or the latest trends. Like it's something about how somebody doesn't want to be deeper, okay? Somebody doesn't want to have a deep connection, whether it's friendship with like a group of friends or a lover, a romantic partner. I feel like the people around you right now, for some of you guys, especially from Sweden, people are very selfish, you know, and things seems quite fake. You know, people are not real. People don't want to know the real. Everything needs to be fabricated. And I feel like you're over and done. You're done with it. You're over and done with it. And you just want a real person in your life, real friends, real love. That's the energy for some of you guys. Message number one, okay? And I say to this, whoever you are watching this, if you're real, the real will come to you. Okay, now that you know it's real and you feel real, the real will come to you. Okay? Think of it as finding your soul tribe in a way. And until then, you just have to keep on doing you. Keep on standing on what you want. And you're gonna find your vibe. You're gonna find your tribe that resonates with your vibe. Okay? I also feel like for some of you guys, you want to pull away because everybody seems so shallow and low-key fake. But like, yeah, I don't know, maybe you're going through a spiritual awakening. This is not uncommon. Every time you go through a spiritual awakening, your everyday life becomes like WTF. What the heck is going on? And everything you knew that you thought was real or the way you should go in, it's not the case, you know? I'm sensing here that you have a hard time. The reason why you don't feel like everybody and everything is fake right now is because you're not elevating. You're not elevating. It's almost like when you meet somebody, when you know it's right, they're supposed to help you grow. And if you're with the same people, same partner, and you're still doing the same shit, they still doing the same shit, and they don't want to grow, and they don't want to change for the better, obviously you're gonna be bored about this. And you're gonna be like, this is fake, you know? I just feel like, collective, you're on a different level than these people. It could be a difference in terms of maturity, but I do feel like you're not even have, you're going through a spiritual awakening, okay? Whereas, like, where you were before, it's not where you're supposed to be, and that's why you want bigger and better for you. And that's not those people. So you gotta keep doing you for a while. It might be a little bit lonely, but you'll find your people, okay? For a lot of you guys, you have already decided that, it's gonna be you for a bit alone. You might want to focus on your money, your self-healing, self-loving, okay? And when you do that, you're gonna step into your power more and more. And when you're in your power, that's when you get everything you ever wanted, okay? You're gonna attract your vibe, which equals your tribe here, okay? So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a lonely road, but when you're in your power, then everything that you ever wanted will come towards you. That's how manifestation works, okay? Whoever is in your head, don't be. It's a journey, it's a process that everybody goes through, especially if you are in a spiritual awakening transition, if you're in an ascension period, okay? Look it up. But I feel like a lot of you guys know what it is already. So you're on your way to greatness, your higher self, and the life that you always wanted, okay? Because the old life didn't work. It sucks. It's end. It's finito, okay? So message number 1, we got these 2 cards here. I was assembling this, and these 2 cards came out. So we got bring a gentle touch and judgment and reverse. With that, I want to say, don't be too hard on yourself, okay? Be gentle with yourself. And the people around you might feel like you're judging them. If you have said anything about, you have to understand is you changing and them staying the same. You can't do much. Like, everybody has a choice. Everybody has free will. Like, you can't bring the same people on your journey if they don't want to change. That's the reason why it's called a change. One day you like chocolate ice cream, and then the next minute you're like, I like vanilla. Sometimes you're okay with doing both. For instance, you're okay with partying and meditating, and now you're like, oh, I don't want to drink every weekend. I think I'm gonna completely stop. And not for any reason. I think it's because your soul is on that path of like, I've had my fun. I kind of want to go on a different route, and it's going to be a little bit lonely, but it's going to turn out in your favor because it's on your purpose. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge the other people because they're not where you're supposed to be. Okay? So whoever is in their head, stop it. So, I guess next message. I did have some written down, so we're gonna just double check it, but this is gonna be a quick one because I got stuff to do. So, first things first, we got Master. So I was watching the Page Master. I talked about it on one of my music channelings. I was still going to talk about it. It's a great movie with Macaulay Culkin when he was younger. And long story short, what I got from that movie was that you are the creator of your own stories, okay? You're the author of your life, of your chapters. Don't forget that. You're the one that co-create with spirit, with creator, with source when it comes to your life. Similar to message number 1, where it's like, let me not even complicate it. You feel like these people are being selfish and you feel like they're not getting it in terms of change, wanting things better, growing. It's not them, it's your soul wanting to change, and you can't force them to be on the same vibration. It has to happen organically. It's the same thing as you can't force somebody to love you, okay? It has to happen organically, because if it doesn't, it is fake. It is inauthentic. Okay. Um, so on that note, when it comes to creating your path, you have the free will to choose. Should I stay with chocolate ice cream, or should I stay with vanilla ice cream, or should I just do both? You can do both, and it's yummy, but one will overpower the other. It's a choice. Okay. So that's what I got from the page master. I wanted to share that. The next one here is a few angel numbers I just learned from another spiritual. She does like what's it called? Those dowsing rods when you channel through rods. Okay, I think it's dowsing or drowsing rods. Very cool. I'm thinking about getting into it. You might see my face at some point, but that's something I feel like I can show like fully myself. Because let me tell you guys, I purely do all of this because I have the cards, and it is tarot oracle readings here. I just do it my own way, and this is the sole reason why I'm filming the way I'm filming. But I said this to say, I just learned from her that it's not angel numbers; it's actually angle numbers, and it's kind of like the codes in the Matrix. Now, if you don't know, in terms of how I get my messages, specifically the angle numbers, it's not how the everyday person does or what's online. It's strictly based on divine source through my guidance here. That's why I always do a pre-warning on anything I say. It really has to resonate, because it will be like, what? That type of energy, okay? So on that note, the angle numbers that I got was 999, 777, 888, 222, and 88, but I put down 89. Okay. So we're gonna start with 999. Basically, a completion is on the way. Something needs to end for something to begin, and it's gonna be inevitable. Whether you like it or not, something will have to end for something new to begin. It could be hard, it could be easy, but it will end because the new thing has to come in. For instance, if you get forced into a tower moment, forced into awakened, forced into shift, forced into begin something or quit something, it's because your soul is like, it's time. The universe said it's time. God says it's time. Okay? That is the first message, 999. And then we have 777. It's yes, confirmation. Things going in your favor. You're also supported by angels, or angels are trying to contact you. 888, you're about to get a financial blessing. Number 22, you could have that in your life path number. Okay, if you know, and it could be Ascended Master 22. Okay, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say too much. Okay. But let's do this in terms of the angle numbers, okay? According to Google, is symbolic for harmony, manifestation, and balance, okay? But I know the specific number from like master numbers, right? Okay. If you have 22 and 333 as your master numbers in your life path, you're quite the manifester. You're quite a powerful being in human form. Okay? Let's continue. Yeah, I said, let me just look at 89. It is 88, but let me add 89. See what Google says, because when it's numbers like this, I only have them in threes. So we're gonna just generalize this. 888, according to Google. We got prosperity, success, and abundance. So prosperity is coming for you, and success, and a lot of abundance. Okay? There we go, collective. And the last one, we got 89. A period of transition and new beginnings, often related to financial growth and stable relationship. Okay, so it kind of makes sense with my version of 888. So financial growth and stable relationships. There we go. Message number 2. Oh yeah, also channel the song. My God is an awesome God, but I'm gonna do that in music channeling. So whoever believes in God, I feel like that message will resonate a lot. Like God, source has been very good to you. God could have come through for something like a miracle, and you're gonna be like praising God and feeling so good and be very high vibrational. Okay, so message. Okay. The last one, according to my notes, is my body is a holy river. It's not easy to kill somebody that has a purpose. You fucking dummy. Okay. Okay, we also got the name. Okay, hold on. There's a few more messages. So, collective, if you resonate with your body being a holy river, your body being a holy river, a temple, sacred, and somebody was trying to kill you spiritually, literally, okay, or I don't know, maybe your goals, maybe your essence, maybe your self-esteem. Anyone that consider themselves a sacred, holy, the whole temple thing. I'm just paraphrasing to just make this easy to digest. But if you have a purpose, collective, and if you're sacred, if people trying to attack you, quote unquote, kill you, they're fucking stupid. They're a fucking dummy. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. We got past life activation, so it could be people from your past that was trying to do something weird. Okay. Or it's people from your past life that was trying to see here, do something. Let's see. They were already down. I'm also getting new equipment, so I'm like, I didn't know what to film today, to be quite honest. But listen, let me just hold it like this and talk for a bit, or not. This is what happens when you have shitty equipment. Okay. Or is this a symbolism? This is a symbolism. Who knows? Yeah, so collective, I'm gonna just say this. There could have been people really trying to mess up your forward movement, kill you. I don't know if it's literally, it could be metaphorically, spiritually, like I said, mentally. But it's hard to kill somebody that has a purpose, okay? It really is. I'm going to use this whole commotion as symbolism because at the end of the day, if you're on task, if you know what you do, is like clocking into your job 9 to 5. Okay? Knowing that your boss is expecting you to be at work. It's similar to having a purpose. If you're clocking and doing what you need to do based on your purpose, you can't really make it make sense. It's easier to take somebody out if they don't do what they're supposed to do. If they don't clock in, okay, if they don't go to their work, what will happen? They will get fired, okay? But these are for the people that know that they have a purpose, they're on purpose, and people still attacking you. Make it make sense. It would have been easier if you didn't know what your purpose was. You get me? Anyways, so somebody was trying to attack you, or have, or did, whether literally, spiritually, metaphysically, I don't know, but they're stupid, they're a dummy. For a lot of you guys, confusion, brain fogs, illusions could be relevant here. But like again, you're on your purpose, you're clocking in what is there to kill. Cry me a river. Listen, they're gonna take themselves out. Literally, spiritually, metaphysically, I don't know, whatever they have done or did do, they're gonna take themselves out. Or even worse, people around them, because why are you attacking somebody that has a purpose? Okay? It's the same people. Anyways, let me not rant because I need to do this quickly. I've been noticing I've been ranting a lot, so I'm gonna try to keep this very, on task here. Let's see if we can put this on. Let's see here. Yeah. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Okay. Voila. There we go. Okay. Next one here is a bee. Basically, whenever I see a bee symbolism, fun fact: I was out and about and in nature, as I do. I was chilling. To be honest, I was trying to sell my guitar. So I was waiting for the transportation, and it's really hot. But I have sneakers on. It's a bunch of people around me. This huge bumblebee, I don't think I have a picture, but the emoji itself is like the template of that bumblebee. It started walking, crawling. It was not hurting anything. It was like live in a wild bumblebee, but it wasn't flying. It was walking towards me up until on my sneakers. And I'm thinking here, I was very reactive though, because I'm not reactive because when it comes to animals, including insects, okay? And definitely not bees. So, I was very reactive though. Because I don't know why, but I felt this anxiety. It dawned on me, but it wasn't buzzing or anything. Like, normally, bees only attack if they feel attacked. You get me? Like, they don't be near anyone unless they are attacked. Okay, so for this bee to crawl all upon me, I'm like, okay. Number one, symbolism for a blessing. A bee story ended is when luck is coming. Okay, when you're going to be blessed with luck. I think I have a card as well. But I feel like this symbol is symbolic for me to have this reactiveness. It wasn't even anxious. That's wrong. Like, I was just reactive to it. So I shook it off my sneaker, my shoe. There were people around me that were looking. They were kind of like, they were like kids and like a family that were giggling, thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And then the bumblebee was walking towards the family instead that was giggling. And I'm looking that as symbolism in the reading in the terms of like, don't be afraid of, how people be like, dream big, think big, don't think small, and don't be afraid of your blessings, don't minimize what is owed to you. And in that sense, sometimes when something good comes, we have the tendency to push it away. For me, that is a trauma response, okay? In the past, I'll always be like, every time something good happens, is something bad around the corner. And I feel like that whole interaction was like foreshadowing for myself, but also in relevance for this reading, when something do good come, don't be afraid to accept it. For instance, in your case, it could be money that you know is well earned for you, a relationship that is coming in with high vibration on your terms, equal, balanced, loving, and right. Don't be afraid and have a reactive reaction like I did. And when it comes to the bumblebee, in terms of like, no, that's not real, that's fake. They're trying to do this, trying to do that. Because I'm gonna tell you this: when something good comes towards you, it's not gonna be confusion. Okay, whether it's the job, the family, the love. You get me? Okay, because I know a lot of people, when something good comes in, if you have dealt with traumatic relationships, you will push it away. Okay, I am no stranger to that. So I want to share that experience as well. Yeah, this is the card. So a lot of sweet results, and then push them away. Don't have a reactiveness to it, thinking that this is not right. This shouldn't be. It should be. You're owed everything that you deserve, collective. Okay, don't be reactive to the. And don't be thinking that you deserve less, because you don't. You deserve everything that you are wanting, and that's owed to you. Okay, and that's everything in terms of your health, mentally, physically, love, money, like I said, job, promotion, whatever, in terms of like, you know, you deserve this. You know that if you want it, you can have it. If you work for it, if you have the faith, yes. Don't be in doubt. Okay, don't be reactive and thinking it shouldn't be towards you, or it's not right. It is right. Okay? That is the message. I think that's it though. Now we also got hold up. So for a lot of you guys, if you are preggers or awaiting a baby, congratulations, okay? A beautiful baby boy or girl. For a lot of you guys, you're about to be pregnant with a new idea and it's about to take off. Don't be reactive towards that as well, okay? And for a lot of you guys, if you feel like things are just a little too much on the negativity side in your life, you are protected, number one, but also want to say that your ancestors specifically are around you. Whether it's ancestors, God, you know, angels, they're definitely around you, collective, okay? I do feel like for some of you guys who resonates with the term ancestors, for some, God, you know, you get the drift. And lastly, there was somebody that was sent some sort of bad karma, but again, you are protected, okay? I always say this, there's always some bullshit around the new moon, full moon, and the karmic people, it will forever be a thing. It would be and will be forever the same bullshit, because why? They will never change. But the beauty is they help us change. That's the thing. We're not meant to stay the same. We're not meant to do the same thing. Hence the ascension and the spiritual awakening. When we change, we grow. And when we grow, we elevate. And when we finish that chapter, we can write a new one. And we have books on books on books. The point of it all, what I feel like should be the ultimate goal, is for us to be free within ourselves. Okay? To be at peace with ourselves. That's when everything comes. So, collective, on that note, these are all the specifics. I think that's it. Okay? Like I said, you're the master of your life. And even if the karmics come in with the bullshit, it's supposed to help us grow, and it helps us grow. And for those that are doing too much, where your spirit team is like, okay, it's time to clock out. You've done what you need to do. Don't do overtime. Because some karmics, some people, some frequencies, they like to work overtime. And that's when your spirit team comes in and be like, hold up now. you're not here for overtime. You're only here for a period of time. So they need to get with the program, but sometimes they don't listen collective. So your spirit team is like, fuck it. Now it's on their time. Okay? It's that simple. So on that note, anything else? Okay, for a lot of you guys, there is some sort of divine masculine here. Okay? This side note, for those that are on the journey, it's not for everybody. And that's just my personal belief system. I know a lot of people like to jump on this thing and like white and rice, but this journey is not for everybody. So if you're not on this journey, do not, please, take it hard, okay? So messages in terms of divine masculine. Oh Lord. Or somebody needs to balance out their divine masculine within themselves. It could be like if you're too much in your feminine energy, even as a female, you might need to tap into your divine masculine. For instance, like how the world see men in terms of like being very good men, okay? Very masculine, okay? They are more logical, less on the intuition. So somebody like there's something of this nature where it's like tapping to your divine masculine more, okay? Because I feel like I'm about to ramble and I can't afford it to do it today. But divine masculines or step into divine masculine power in terms of person, human, spirit. Your divine masculine here, they're supposed to learn more about their spirituality, their themselves, their inner self, but they don't want to. They feel like it's too hard. But they also know if they tap into their spirituality in terms of healing, aka healing themselves, healing work, try to heal you if they hurt you, you guys can actually connect again. But some of them are having a bit of a struggle, collective, of actually doing the healing. Looking within themselves, okay? Because when they look within themselves, when they heal, okay, or they don't have to, but them healing even more better if they get into like their actual purpose. Because everybody has a purpose, but twin flames have a different purpose outside of their purpose. It's a whole thing. I say this to say, some of your divine masculines, if they just healed, okay, or if they just got into the purpose, maybe their purpose has to do with healing work, right? But even if it's not healing work, maybe it's just them healing themselves or just healing you. If they done you some bullshit, you guys could actually come together and connect. But some of them are having a hard time, but they know the key factor for you guys to actually mend your guys' relationship spiritually and literally is for them to look within themselves and to heal. Yeah, some of them are having a hard time, like facing the shadow work, okay? That's a message for somebody. Because they do want to deal with you and connect with you, but they know they can't do it without doing this first. You get me, okay? And I feel like for some of them, they have got the 411, the SOS call from the universe, from your spirit team, from your angels that, okay, it's time, okay? Because a lot of them, I have to be honest, they had the presumption of like when they dealt with you collective, you healed them, but they're not healing. Inadvertently, them throwing all their BS onto you. And when they on that same BS shenanigans, because how they treat you is not the same how they should be treating other people. You guys are not the same as the rest of the soulmate, and this is what the divine masculines, some, not all, the unhealed ones, okay, and this goes for divine feminines as well. The reason why a divine feminine and divine masculine relationship doesn't work It's because of the healing part. It is so easy. It's so easy, but people don't want easy. Okay? And unfortunately, it happens that when it fucks up, when the ending happens, when you take back your power, when you call your boundaries, all of a sudden people want to change and heal. Um, and of course, the other party, you guys might be like, you don't know. You don't know. For some of you guys, you probably have new ones. And that's a call for the divine. But for some of you guys, it's going to be the same. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Um, and these are for those people where it's like, they know if they heal, you guys can deal with each other again. You guys can meet each other again. You guys will be able to heal and mend this relationship. They're struggling. A lot of them, they were just hoping that you heal them and that's it. But healing goes both ways. And it's also a choice. But a lot of them, because there are different levels to the twin flames. I feel like for some, they might have the perception of like, for listen, I do tarot, but I do more than tarot. Okay, let's say my person, my divine counterpart decides to be like, oh yeah. Side note, I know what my divine counterpart does, but if they're like, okay, she does this, do I also need to go into no? Like I say this, purpose is you, and then purpose is between you and your twin flame. Some of you guys, your divine counterparts, and specifically divine masculine and twin flame, have the perception of you guys have to do the same thing for you guys to be okay. Where you're thinking from their ego, they're thinking from their flesh. They should be thinking spiritually. Just because you hear being a chiropractor doesn't mean they have to be a chiropractor or a tarot reader or do something spiritual. Go to Tibet. So they have to do a little bit more soul searching. Okay? A lot of them are trying to connect with the moon to figure things out. Okay? Trying to talk to the moon. A lot of them are very emotional. They're like kind of confused on if they could even be your person, because all this is what is happening here is that they want to, like I said, heal, but they can't heal without you, but they can. The process there is them healing without you, so you guys can come together. But some of you guys, peoples are like, they're so emotional, they're questioning if they even are your person, collective, are your divine masculines. So, like I said, they're stepping into what? The devil card, their ego. And they're looking at you like you're a complete bitch, and you're too harsh, and you should be more softer. You should be like the Queen of Cups instead of the Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords is the essence to stand on business. It reminds me of this Justin Bieber meme when he was like, it's not talking to you, is it? I'm a dad, I'm a father. That's the Queen of Swords. They really don't play no bullshit. And your divine masculines are like, shit, can't, you be more softer? Why do you need to be in this energy? And I feel like this is what they have to go through. Because for some of you guys, they put you through the ringer, literally. Okay? And for some of you guys, they didn't. It wasn't a chaotic twin flame situation, because not every twin flame relationships, encounters, endings, beginnings, journeys are crazy. Okay, it's not what's portrayed in the social media and the media on the internet. Okay, it's much more deeper than that. But conflicts and the runner chaser definitely happens. Okay, it's all metaphysically supposed to make sense. in a weird way. Well, I say this to say some of them are like questioning if there should be, your twin flame or not, because all this is leading them into their ego, and this is making them feel more frustrated because they're looking at you like you're the villain here. But it's a part of their journey. They have to learn how to stand by themselves, like you have done. Okay, because I don't know if they kind of forgot in the process of like when you guys did meet, you were the caretaker. Okay? Whether spiritually or literally, that is the essence of the divine feminine. She takes care of the divine masculine on an emotional level. And what does the divine masculine do? Take care of the feminine on a physical level. But if the divine masculine's mental or emotional level or essence is in disarray, who comes in to fix that? The divine feminine. Okay? But you cannot come in and deal with the divine feminine while she's healing you, and then you be adding craziness to her life, right? How can you sabotage somebody that's trying to heal you and know is healing you, and then leave, and then expect they should take you back, which some of you guys did, and then all of a sudden you said no, I'ma do me, I'ma stand in my power. That was your journey. You healed, you found yourself, divine feminine, and now you can do without your person. If they come back, it's good. If not, you know that you learned the lesson and you're on purpose. They have to go through that same journey, okay? Because when they heal, finally, you guys can come together in this beautiful union and go on the mission that you're supposed to do together. It's not complicated. It is just facing the truth. And for some of you divine masculines, they don't want to face the truth. Okay? Meeting a person, it is earth-shattering, earth-bounding. It is like nothing else. Okay? In terms of like the chemistry and the physical and the passion, it's great. But if they're unhealed, whether male or female, they come into your life, you in here being all healed, and you healing them, and they're unhealed, and they add on their unhealedness onto you. Like 1 plus 2 is what? Is 3. It's supposed to be 1 plus 1 equals 2. Because 3 was never supposed to be there, and the 3 is the baggage that never needed to be there, but it does, and do happen if the one party doesn't heal. So, yeah, that is why a lot of people do mistakes when it comes to this journey. But, to wrap it up, because I'm definitely rambling, we're about to end this relationship. Somebody's like, we're about to end this relationship. Somebody's over and done. Again, it's something new. The only essence I've seen, like, in action to end the twin flame relationship, like for good, because you can end something. You can have a breakup with a person. They can break things off with you, collective. But if you're still dreaming about them, thinking about them, and if you still consult your spirit team about if this person is there or is supposed to be in my life, you're getting the signs, you're getting the confirmations, you're getting the dreams, and then you guys are not over. In the words of Ali and Noah, even if it's 7 years, it was never really over. Okay, that is what the fucking twin flame relationship is for a lot of you guys, but it's not surface level. It starts off like that, but it doesn't feel like that. But it starts off very surface level, passionate, intimate, quick, crazy, right? But also, TRETH, the truth needs to be faced. And you can only face that with yourself, but your twin flame helps you quicker on that journey. And I feel like that's why twin flames are so sacred. Like you help each other realize the truth about yourself, the person you need to heal, and the parts that makes you for the better. Like I said in the beginning, you're supposed to grow. Like if you're in a relationship and you're tired of your person and they're not giving what they're supposed to give, you go and you leave and you find a new one and you start the cycle again, right? Which is twin flame, you do that. But even in separation, you guys are never really apart. You get me? It's like it's a much more. It's deeper. Like to be fulfilled within yourself, knowing you have somebody. It's like, oh, now I'm rambling. If you the people that's like never get married, if the partner passes away, and still be fulfilled and can still go on every day because they know like, no, I don't need nobody else because I had my great love. I had that one person. And they're not here in the flesh, but they're always with me in spirit. That is the essence of this twin flame. Okay? So, I'm done rambling. We're going to do a few collective numbers. If those make sense, take them. We got number 5. So, less than 5 days, weeks, hours, months. Before the 5th, after the 5th. I'm also hearing January 20th. 23rd January 23rd January 6th January 16th January 23rd. Before could be relevant. Yeah, that's it. That's it, collective. Thank you for watching this long ass reading. You're doing great. Much love to you. Have a great weekend and see you in the next reading. I have a bunch of music channelings, okay? And I can't wait to share them with you guys. Hopefully it resonates.